Todd Coley with the Texan News Service, here with the Texan Sports Minute, here with a couple Texan volleyball players, Marissa Banda and Macie Walker. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Now, ladies, y'all have been, it's been a great season so far. 19-5 on the season. Y'all have won 5 in a row. Marissa, talk a little bit about, how it helps your team this late in the season to be playing so well.
It's actually really exciting because Coach just said it this past week. A lot of teams seem to be just being plateauing or even declining a little bit. But we haven't even hit our peak, which is really exciting because in practice we have some really exciting moments and we like to translate that to the court during game time. So you haven't even seen some of the good stuff. So.
Sounds good. Now, there's just a few matches left until the tournament. Macie, talk a little bit about, the team cohesiveness, what y'all are trying to get accomplished heading into tournament play.
Well, I really think that we're still continuing to push as a team and to really come together. We do have some new people on the team, and they've really contributed a lot this season. And I think that we just continue to manipulate the things that we can do well and create more chemistry on and off the court. I think that we didn't have a game last night, so I think it really helped us to recoup and get ready for this weekend's big matches.
Now, Marissa, Macie mentioned a little bit about the bonding off the court and everything, and we've had a few volleyball players in here. We've had Katie and Jasmine and Kenya, and they all talk about how much y'all love each other, and that's what kind of got them to Tarleton was the family feeling in the volleyball. How does that feel for you as a team, that all your teammates really have your back and everything?
It's awesome. I'm an only child, and so I never really have felt the sibling love kind of a thing, or someone to really have your back. But I definitely feel it here. We definitely, on the court, we're crazy. You can probably tell. Off the court, we're just as crazy. So it's awesome.
Now, you mentioned there's a big match this weekend. You got West Texas coming into Wisdom Gym on Saturday. What do you expect? I mean, you guys have seen the crowds. They've been pretty crazy this season. So what are y'all expecting for that big game?
I mean, our crowd has been unbelievable. I mean, it's our 3rd year here, and I think that this year has been the best crowd that we've ever seen. And I expect it to be big on Saturday. We expect WT to be really low error. They're very consistent, but I think that we can pick on a lot of their weaknesses, and we can work on what we're good at, and that'll help us play well.
Now, I know that you don't want to look ahead too far because West Texas is a big game, but what do you expect for the tournament?
Like Macie said, teams with low air. Angelo is another one of those teams that is definitely low air. A lot of ball control, not necessarily killing the ball every play, but definitely just a lot of ball control. You'll see a lot of rallies just because everyone is scrapping, and it's win or go home. So you'll see a lot of desperate plays and cool plays, so it'll be fun.
Now, Macie, what is it, we mentioned the family. What was it that drew you to Tarleton?
I think that's pretty much it. I've seen some of the interviews with the other girls, and that's kind of how we all feel. I came on my visit here and I just knew I was done looking. I knew that I had found a team I wanted to be with, a school, a coaching staff that was going to support us, and I just knew that I had found my home.
It's funny you mentioned that because I think it was Jasmine that said the same thing, that she came up here and she didn't even bother visiting anybody else. She's like, well, I found it. So now what is it, Marissa, that you kind of like about Stephenville? Not just the team, but the city of Stephenville.
Well, I come from San Antonio, which is a very large town, city. So this was definitely an adjustment, but I like the diversity. It's very different from San Antonio, but I definitely like the close-knit, small town of Stephenville. There's a lot of things that wouldn't happen in San Antonio, like you have a lot of professors that come to the games, invite you to their homes for team dinners, that sort of thing, and just a lot more closeness, I guess.
Okay, now Macie, as far as what your coach has been doing to help y'all out, how has she helped y'all be on track and not kind of, lose your heads on being 19-5? You haven't been focusing on that. Y'all have still been real hot towards the end of the season. How has she kept the motivation up all season?
I think she's just kept the intensity in the drills and in practice. She hasn't lowered her expectations whatsoever. If anything, we've raised them, and it's just that 19-5 is a very impressive record, especially for past Tarleton teams and stuff, but she's just kept our eye on, the 200-foot goal. Let's work on this next match and then focus on the next one. Let's see what we can do to better ourselves for this next team, and then we can go from there. But just the small goals at a time to reach our big goal.
All right. Well, ladies, I thank y'all so much for stopping by, and I wish y'all good luck this weekend against West Texas and Eastern New Mexico and into the tournament play.
Thank you for having us.